The MPAI acronym means Moving Picture, Audio, and Data Coding by Artificial Intelligence. Can you explain the meaning of the combination of artificial intelligence with media and data coding?
Data moves a large part of the global economy. In 2022, 17% of the gross world product will be digitized. By 2025, it is expected that more than 200 zettabytes will be in the cloud. Compression has first been applied at facsimile, audio, and video. Over the years, the smart application of data processing has reduced the number of bits required for high-quality digital audio and video. Many other data types are coming to the fore, or can be efficiently processed using artificial intelligence because AI can get deep into the meaning of data.
Why do we need standards for data?
You can understand data if you know how it is represented and what the representation means. This is called format. If data are created using proprietary formats, the use of data and the creation of value by transforming the data would be hindered. Standards are about shared and public data formats.
What is data coding and why is AI important for it?
MPAI defines data coding as the transformation of data from one format to another format. The second format is more suited for a particular application. The typical requirement is for a format that does not carry redundant information and more often makes available the essence of the data. Artificial intelligence is particularly suited for this purpose.
Can you give examples of AI-based data coding?
Good examples are some of the data coding standards MPAI has developed in the last 18 months. Here are a few examples. Company performance prediction allows a user to feed financial, government, and risk data to an AI system and obtain the probability of default and of business continuity of the company, and a measure of the adequacy of its organizational model for a given time window. Emotion-enhanced speech allows a user to give a model utterance, say the utterance of a famous actor, and an emotionless speech segment. The goal is to get a speech segment that has the same color and the modal utterance. Conversation with emotion lets you have a conversation with a machine that captures your speech and face and responds with an avatar. The avatar uses synthetic speech and embedding, and the face displaying an emotion that is congruent with the emotion embedded in your speech and displaced in your face.
How does an MPAI standard look like?
MPAI standards are interface standards. They specify the input format, the function of the modules transforming the data, they are called AI modules or AIMs, and the output data formats. In principle, MPAI standards do not specify how the AIM should be implemented. As AI systems may require more than one module, MPAI specifies how AIMs can be combined to make workflows. For this too, MPAI specifies the input data format, the function of the workflow, which is called AI workflow or AIW, the output data formats, and the topology of the interconnected AIMs making up the AI workflow. Additionally, MPAI specifies an environment that is called AI framework or AIF, supporting the execution of AI workflows and their lifecycle.
Users and regulators are concerned that the use of AI in certain applications may be risky because some modules may have received insufficient or faulty training. Does MPAI have a response to these concerns?
MPAI standards are not confined to a technical specification. They include 3 more documents: a reference implementation that people can use to see how the standard works in practice, a conformance testing specification to test that a given implementation correctly implements the technical specification with sufficient quality, and a performance assessment specification to assess the grade of performance. And by this, we mean reliability, robustness, replicability, and fairness. This is part of an AI standard setting the rules that govern the MPAI ecosystem.
What is the MPAI ecosystem and how is it governed?
This is another broad question. Let's find another occasion to answer this question. In the meantime, you can visit the MPAI community website.